Today, I'm going to teach you how to do a real bird survey just like scientists. We're going to do it in a way that you can contribute to real scientific projects. I'm going to show you the steps of how to do it, and I'm going to challenge you to do at least one eBird survey. It doesn't matter where you live, these surveys are incredibly important to science. Scientists conduct surveys to understand the number of species and individuals within an area. They then use these numbers over space and time to understand if a species is increasing, decreasing, or staying the same. These are critical data to understand if a species is undergoing a decline and needs protection. We are going to focus on birds today, and I'm going to teach you how to use eBird. When you use this app and submit the data, it actually goes towards real science. You can do this sitting in a single area. That's what I'm going to do today. Or you can do a walking survey. All I'm going to do is watch and listen for birds. Anytime I see a new species or a new individual, I am going to count it in the eBird survey. You don't have to be an expert birder. Any data that is submitted is helpful. Right now it's migration, so it might seem a little bit overwhelming. Just do the best you can. Let's get started. We're going to open up eBird, start checklist. That's it to just get started. And then as you see birds, you are going to add them to the list. After I start my survey, I'm going to turn on the Merlin Bird ID app so I can hear all the bird songs and see what species are being picked up. Open up the Merlin Bird ID app. I do see the robin. I am going to add that. Add species and then type in what it is, the number of individuals. When you look at your checklist, you'll see that the robin is there. I have my binoculars. I'm going to use the tips that I showed you in the first video to look for birds, look for movement, and I'm going to explore my yard, as well as just sit down and see what birds I can see and hear. I have my tea, binoculars. A lot of times I'll bring my computer and do work, and I will have Merlin Bird ID and eBird playing in the background, and then when I hear or see new species, I will add it to the list. Gus helps me out here too. Not really, but he's good company. If you're not sure how many individuals you see, it is better to underestimate than overestimate. If you're not sure of the identification of a species, it's best to leave it off rather than count it. Something cool I discovered while doing this bird survey is that there's a robin who has a nest. It's in one of the trees where I have been tracking phenology. I have now been birding for about a half an hour. You can see the time in the left-hand corner. I'm going to look at my checklist. You can see these are all of the bird species and number of individuals that I found. I'm going to hit stop my track. You want to confirm this information as well as choose your location, and then you just hit submit. It's going to ask you, is this a complete checklist? As long as you were able to do the best you could do, you're going to hit yes, and then it's submitted. If you start conducting a survey and you don't see any birds, that's okay. Still submit the data. Understanding where birds are not located is just as important as understanding as where they are. The research that you conduct today goes towards real science. The cool animations that I've shown you in the past are created from surveys that volunteers like you submit. It gives us so much data to work with. Even if you have a team, there's only so many areas you can go to. Another wonderful thing is that it gives scientists access to data that is normally hard for them to access. I'm here in my backyard. For a scientist to conduct a survey here, they would need permission from homeowners. This would take them a really long time to go to the different homes and ask for permission. Once you get started with eBird, it is so much fun. In next week's video, I'm going to teach you how to improve the number of species that you can see easily. These are some really fun tips. This video is part of the Wildlife Biology for Kids Club. When you enroll, you will get the downloadable PDFs with step-by-step instructions on how to do this as well as questions and worksheets to engage your kids in the outside world. You'll also get access to a community of nature lovers, including myself. You'll be able to share your observation, ask me questions, and connect with other parents who love nature. You can find the link to enroll below.